How do you take an axe to public spending and be the party for workers?
This will be a budget for working people.
Chancellor George Osborne will hope he struck the right note in the Conservatives' first budget since 1996. It's tough on the public purse strings, but also pushes back the urgency of cuts, meaning a surplus isn't expected until 2020. The key numbers hanging over this budget have always surrounded Osborne's deficit reduction plan. I'm Reuters reporter Jacob Greaves in Westminster, where he's now announced over the next Parliament there'll be £37 billion worth of savings. A substantial chunk, £12 billion, will come from the welfare bill, with working age families feeling the squeeze. Tax credits will be slashed and working age benefits will be frozen for the next 4 years. But there's one figure in particular Osborne wants you to take home from this budget, and that's the introduction, starting from April of next year, of a new living wage. As you can tell from the Conservative benches, that one's expected to take the wind out of Labour's sails.
Let me be clear what it means for the low paid in our country. 2.5 million people will get a direct pay rise.
Labour maintain this is just Osborne giving with one hand and taking away with the other.
As far as the national living wage is concerned, that was our policy at the general election. I'm really pleased that he has taken it on board. He can say thank you. We'll say you're very welcome. It is right that the national minimum wage is going to rise. But actually, what we already know is that a single parent with 2 children will gain £400 from the changes to the national minimum wage, and then lose twice that amount because of what he's done to tax credits, lose £800 a year because of tax credit changes.
So no surprises, both main British parties want the backing of so-called working people. As for business, Osborne plans to again cut corporation tax to eventually reach 18%. A bank levy that's been the ire of multinationals will be phased out over the coming years. And onlookers in Washington will be pleased to hear of plans to meet the UK's NATO spending commitments of 2% of GDP. But any money spent means finding further savings. Billions more will be announced in Osborne's autumn statement, then depart.